When you see big pieces of machinery and big pieces of bridges literally floating up and down and getting cut off, you don't see that too often. That's something that's pretty historic.
So many people have been on this bridge in the last 9 days and round the clock, and despite the long hours that everybody's put in, everybody's still been able to communicate and work to get it done.
We're at the Wells Street Bridge. We're out here doing a major structural overhaul. We're replacing the river arm of both leaves over the portion over the water, and it's to provide the bridge with another, say, 50 years of service life. The bridge was originally constructed in 1922, so it's 91 years old. It's at the end of its service life, and it was time for a major rehab. There's just a lot of deterioration on the structure, and we took this opportunity to replace it and come up with a new structure that's a replication of the old one.
This is about building a new Chicago. In the next 3 years, we're putting 30,000 people to work throughout the city, building our roads, our bridges, our airport, our water system, our schools, our community colleges, and our parks. And this is a dramatic piece of that infrastructure investment. The city of Chicago is leading the country in that effort of investing in literally from light poles to potholes and everything between it.
The construction value is $41 million. There's an additional $5 million of costs on there as well. It's funded through the Federal Highway Administration and the Illinois Department of Transportation. It's those funds that have made this project possible.
This is about one of the most challenging jobs anybody's worked on. Has said this is the most complex and challenging job we've ever done. With that, we take great pride in what we do. We embrace the challenge, but at the same time, everybody's focus is on getting the task done at hand.
There's a tremendous amount of prep work that goes into this. You have to go through the whole preliminary engineering study, figure out the logistics, the staging, how we were going to do it. One of the key aspects of this project is the elevated transit service on the upper level of the bridge. We knew that was going to be an issue from day one. We staged the whole project around keeping that closure to an absolute minimal.
The contractor had the portion of the south leaf of the truss pre-assembled off-site. We were giving a 9-day shutdown by the CTA in order to minimize the impacts, so we had to do as much repair as we could in those 9 days. Friday night, once the last CTA train went over, the north leaf of the bridge was raised. Crew started to prepare the demo for the portion of the south leaf that was cut. Saturday evening, they just cut around what's called panel point 10 and 13 above on the truss, and literally just torched that portion off. It was floated away onto a barge and on shoring towers off to the side. Monday afternoon, new portion was floated up and connected into the existing bridge. The work that's been happening ever since then has been the track work up top and doing the balancing and the steel work on the lower level of the bridge. Everybody who's working on this project is taking great pride in the fact that they're associated with this project, the fact that they can tell their family and friends that, yeah, I worked on this. All the men and women in the trades working on it take great pride in it.
Pretty amazing. I mean, CDOT's done a lot of work, including this one, that you really can't do anywhere else. So I'm very fortunate to be able to work on especially these movable bridges.
Infrastructure projects like this are critical. It's a joint cooperation between the City of Chicago and the Chicago Transit Authority. By combining projects, we were able to realize some real synergies, $500,000 of savings, and also 8 weekend closures that didn't have to happen. And it's all part of the Building a New Chicago plan that happens under the leadership of Mayor Rahm Emanuel.